Happy New Year! Welcome to 2013. My name is Leah Day, and this is our introduction video to a brand new year, the Free Motion Quilting Project. And basically, I wanted to share with you in this video exactly what you can expect from the Free Motion Quilting Project in 2013. Every year, I've really kind of changed it up and fiddled around with the project to figure out exactly what I'm wanting to pursue and what I'm wanting to try out. And this year, I really want to follow my heart and try to share with you many more designs. We have a new goal of 1,000 designs, and that's going to not be in 1 year. That's going to be in several years. So we're just going to be slowly working towards that goal. And my other goal is to really start pursuing all of those techniques and designs that I've been wanting to experiment with. So techniques like couching and fusible applique and trapplique. If you don't even know what trapplique is, it's a really cool technique. Fabric dyeing, fabric painting, all of those kinds of fun artistic techniques that really I don't often have time to play with, like really just play with, just to have fun with. So often when you get started with a quilt, you want it to be perfect and you want it to happen very, very quickly from A to B, and so you stick with techniques that you know really, really well. And I've kind of gotten into a rut with that of not pushing my boundaries beyond what I know. And so I'm really wanting to start digging into all of those techniques that I have tons of materials for. I bought the materials, but I haven't actually sat down and started playing with them. So that's what this year is really going to focus on. Whenever there's something that I want to play with, I'm going to turn on the camera and show you what I'm doing. Now, is it going to be perfect? Do I have all the details and steps figured out? No, I absolutely don't. That's why it's called experimenting. That's why it's called playing. I might teach you couching and totally mess it up. I might teach you fusible applique and, again, totally mess it up. But I just want to share and play and have fun and show you that progress in real time. So often this year, the thing that kind of really threw me off, I guess is the best way of saying it. I really did not expect as many questions as I had this year about how I really did something. I make something to teach, and I make it a certain way so it's easy to teach and kind of clear. But the number one question I would always get is, well, how would you really do that, Leah? Would you really do it this exact way, or would you do it this way? And that kind of was funny just because I was like, well, why am I making this more complicated than it has to be? Let's just show it exactly the way I do it. So the word authenticity, honesty, a reflection of what I'm really working on is really, all of those words are kind of guiding my hand this year. So I can't promise that the videos are going to be perfect. I can't promise that you're going to not go, I don't really understand that. Really, these videos are kind of the first step to saying, oh, let me go try that. Let me go try it for myself and see what happens. I can't promise it's always going to work out perfectly, but I do promise it's going to be a lot of fun. Now, the project we're going to be working together on, I really wanted to have a set project that was beautiful and fun and interesting to work on, and that is going to be this. This is Express Your Love. She is a goddess quilt I've taken the month to design and play with. And this right here is actually a spoonflower printed panel. It's 1 yard of fabric you can get at spoonflower.com. And I really worked hard on getting the colors and everything just right. And I even included a little quilt tag, so you can have a tag on the back of your quilt already made up, ready to go. And so this is at Spoonflower. You can get it for 20 bucks. And you might look at that and go, 20 bucks, that's a lot of money for 1 yard of fabric. And I would agree with you, cost-wise that's pretty high, but it's really the only way that you can get this quilt top, the design, everything all done in pretty colors, and not have to piece or applique or do anything to it. So I'm going to be using this sometimes. I'm going to also be using, I have a black whole cloth that I marked and have already stitched on all of the lines. So I'm going to kind of be using these at the beginning of the year. I'll fuse this top probably partway through the year. I might piece the top partway through the year and share with you those techniques for putting one together yourself. of course, you can make this top however you want. Literally, 1 yard of black fabric marked is a very, very easy way of doing this pattern. There's no wrong way, and there is no right way to do this. Everything is fine. Everything is fine. The point is just to do it and have fun and understand that your work doesn't have to be perfect. I've already made mistakes on this top, and that's okay. These goddesses are not perfect. They are meant to be something to learn with and to have fun with and experiment with, and really focus on kind of the meaning and purpose of the quilt. And the meaning of this is really express your love, of expressing your love to yourself, to your family, and to, of course, that all goes into the world, everyone in the world. And really, the whole idea of expressing my love to my family, quilting as much as I do, working as much as I do, sometimes, you know, my wonderful family can be the last people I talk to during the day. And so when I started designing this quilt, I really decided I needed to step back and take a year to really be a better wife, be a better mom, and focus on them. And already this quilt is having an amazing effect on that. And that's why I want to share these goddesses, is that every time I make one, my life changes. It's because focusing on the meaning of the quilt, focusing on these wonderful words that we're going to be stitching over the surface, it has the power to change and transform your life. I know a year ago I probably couldn't say the words "I am enough" and actually mean it. And I was stitching those words out yesterday. So it's really powerful and can be very life-changing to work on something like this. This is how I transform myself, and I can't wait to share that with you this year. So I hope that that makes sense, what we're all going to be working on. There's going to be many more videos, many more posts. It's not just going to be kind of a Wednesday thing the way it was in 2012. I'm planning on posting design, any kind of video kind of thing on Monday, Tuesdays, and Thursdays. On Wednesdays, I'm going to start participating with the WIP, that's Work in Progress, Wednesdays over at Freshly Pieced, and that blog. Just simply linking up, sharing whatever I'm really working on, because I would like to start sharing whatever's on the table right this second. Whether that is a quilt that you've seen or a quilt you've not seen, just whatever's on the machine right this second. Now on Fridays we're going to continue to link up with our free motion quilting, but I don't want you to feel pressure to follow along with this project if you don't want to make it, or if you're not stitching out that particular design that I taught that week. I want anything that you have free motion quilted. If you've, you know, made up a blanket for a baby, if you are practicing some new designs, doesn't matter, whatever it is. Link up on Friday, share a picture, share your progress, whatever it is. And I would really love it if some professional quilters and long armors got involved in this. I think that would be a wonderful way of sharing your beautiful quilting and, you know, making sure that everyone knows that you're out there. The biggest challenge for anyone online, anyone with a business, is traffic, is having people know that you exist. And so I really hope that quilters quilting for a profession, for a living, will be linking up with us on Fridays as well. So I hope all of that makes sense. It's an exciting new year. I can't claim to have it all figured out, because I don't, but I am very excited and pumped up about sharing this with you. More than anything else, I feel like I'm following my passion. I'm sharing with you something that really means something a lot to me. And I'm also going to be able to pursue and kind of scratch that itch on all these different techniques and designs that I've been wanting to play with. So this is going to be a great year for me, at least. I really hope that it's going to be a wonderful year for you too. So here's to 2013. My name is Leah Day with the Free Motion Quilting Project. Let's go quilt.